Hello beautiful glam girls, glam fam, glam everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Very happy because my husband was able to go to Starbucks today. We haven't had Starbucks in a long time, so I'm enjoying it. I got me some caramel syrup and some Java chip frap, like chips, Java chips, yeah. And it just got all over my shirt. That's great. Why does that always happen with these cups? Like no matter what you do, you get dirty. Every single time. Am I gonna get up to clean it? No. Alright, dirty t-shirt aside, don't judge me. Today's video is Storytime Sunday. Also, if I look like crap, it's been a rough week. Quarantine's got me messed up, guys. And I'm just, this is where I'm at in life. But we're gonna get cute, you know. We're gonna get cute. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. You know, if you're also a mess, welcome to the family. We do everything on this channel. We do beauty, we do fashion, we do lifestyle, glam, food, home decor. We do it all here, you know. Join us. Okay, so today's story time is about the time that my husband and I almost got stranded in Italy, okay? Terrifying, terrifying. Now, that might sound like some, you know, super cool, exciting adventure. It's not. It's scary. Also, if you hear the neighbor's kid screaming, I think that she's possessed. Just my thoughts. So you might think that getting stuck in Venice sounds like the beginning of some wonderful dream. No, it's actually scary as heck. So, this story takes place in 2018. My husband and I got married in September, and for our honeymoon, we went to Europe. Super basic of us, I know. So we went to Paris, like I said, and Venice. So everything with Paris was fine. We our plan was to go to Paris, Venice, and then back to Paris to go home. So we went to Paris. Everything was amazing. If you guys want to see the vlog, there is a full vlog video showing our trip, and I don't even think I mentioned this in the vlog, which is funny. So I will link that in the cards for you guys to go see if you're interested in the vlog. So Paris was fun. It was great. I adore Paris. So we get to Venice, everything's nice. The Venice airport was terrifying, and you guys will see that if you watch the vlog. It was so scary, and we got there like in the middle of the night, and you have to take like this shuttle basically. And you know, in Venice everything is like set up for the people who live there. Like there's not really much like touristy stuff or like things in English. Thank God that I speak Spanish because it helps when it comes to the romance languages, but because I can kind of understand Italian. So my point is, it's creepy, and then you have to like take this shuttle to wherever you're going. And if you're not on the main like island of Venice, then you have to, like I said, take like a bus that goes like across. It's interesting. If you go, you understand what I'm saying. So get on our bus in the middle of the night, and it's like so freaky and cool, and we're like, oh my god, we're in Venice, like this is so incredible, we're having a great time. And we got to our hotel, and it was this really cute like little boutique like old world European, like little inn kind of thing. Like it wasn't like a fancy hotel, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. It made the experience so much more like authentic and Italian, and you guys, like I said, would see that in the vlog. My face has been dry the last couple days, and I don't know why. And not dry like sucked the life out of my skin, more like random patches, and it just doesn't look smooth. Like I don't know how to describe it. So if I look a little musty, crusty, busted, and disgusted, that's why. So we're in our cute little hotel or whatever, and we're having a great time in Venice. We were there for a couple days. Like every day we're taking our bus to like the main island, shopping, having a good time, taking in the sights. Yeah, so we're in the hotel room, we're chilling, and I have the Google app, the Google Home app on my phone. I'm looking through, so on the Google Home app, or the Google, like the Google app, like the one where you can go search. So instead of, you know, going to google.com, they just have an app. I'm sure a lot of you have it. So if you don't, it's literally just a search app, and you can customize the page according to what you're interested in. So just for example, if you live, let's say like I live in New York City, I can customize it to show me articles about New York City, or to show me the weather, to show me, you know, if you're interested in politics, it'll show you like what the president just said, whatever things you're interested in and whatever they think you would find interesting. So I open the app and I see this article that says airline shuts down without notice, people stranded, like they literally closed. When I say closed, I don't mean like, oh, you know, for the day they just took a day off. No. They actually like closed down. Like no longer in service, like they don't exist. And I'm like, what the heck? Girl, tell me why it was our airline. So we're sitting in bed and I see this article and it's like, Premier Air, that was the name of it. Premier Air shuts down, leaves people stranded, nobody knows what happened to them. And I literally remember like the blood leaving my body. I literally was like so scared. You know how scary that is, guys? Because like I said, we were like in the middle of nowhere. Like we were in like Venice, like where people live, not like touristy, cutesy, like, not that it wasn't safe, but I'm just saying it wasn't like safe, touristy, like fancy hotel, everyone speaks English, like you feel like you're still in America. No. This was like in the middle of like a dirt road, like farm down the road, like pizzeria, like where people live in Venice, like far away from the airport, far away from everyone. Do you remember, because the story I'm telling is the one where we were in Venice and the airline shut down?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what I said to you or what I did? I'm trying to fill the video up with stuff.
God. You had to pay extra, and you had to like stay another day at the hotel, pay extra there too.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you told me you had to pay extra, like it was hard to find a hotel because they didn't have any room available, something like that. Okay.
So
I'll talk to you later. Enjoy.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, so we're laying in bed and I see this article and I'm like, wait, is this our airline? Like, are we stuck? Like, what is going on? Turns out it was our airline. So apparently the airline just shut down out of nowhere, right? To the point that literally people were at the airport for their flights and no one was there. Like, you know how when you go to the airport, there's different, all the different airlines have like their kiosks where you go and you check in or whatever the case is. apparently theirs were literally empty. Like, if I can find pictures, I will put pictures. They were literally empty, like nobody was there. People that were there for their flights home or wherever they were going flights were stranded in the airport. They didn't know what to do. Like, there was no absolutely no warning, no information, nothing. Like, literally stranded. And I think our flight was supposed to be the next day. And when I went to their website, there was absolutely no information, nothing. I found out through Google. Like, they weren't even telling anyone yet. So then I'm freaking out because I'm like, okay, I paid these people, you know, thousands of dollars or $1,000, $2,000, whatever it was. I don't remember how much it was for our flight. And they took us, you know, they took us to Paris, and then we took another airline, I believe, like within Europe. But then I had purchased a round trip from New York to Paris and then Paris back home. So the flight from Paris to Venice was something separate. So I still had paid for a round trip to come back home from Venice or from Paris. And the airline is cut, is done. So I'm like, oh my God, where's my money? And how am I going to get home now? Like, so I tell Antonio, I'm like, babe, you will not believe this. Look at this article. Like, Google literally saved our lives because people were stranded at the airport already because they had no idea that this was gonna happen. And when you looked it up, there was no information available. The airline's website, I believe it was down or had no information. Like, there was no way to contact them. Their phone number wasn't working. Like, you couldn't email them. Like, it was like they literally disappeared. It was the scariest thing. Mind you, I'm freaking out. Like, oh my God, how are we gonna get home? Like, we don't have a flight. Like, I was freaking out. So then I had to call my bank and now basically argue with them that I needed this money to book another flight home because my flight was for tomorrow and we had no airline. Mind you, there was no, like I said, there was no proof yet that this had happened. So I guess somehow, like, whoever wrote that article, I don't remember who the article was through, they must have found out because people were probably like tweeting or, you know, contacting news sources and things like that. Because I remember, I think it was BBC picked it up because they were primarily like a, you know, European travel airline or whatever. So BBC picked it up and they were like contacting people, and I ended up contacting them through WhatsApp to tell them my story and stuff. And like I said, it was almost like only those of us who had flights through this airline knew what was going on. And so I had to call my bank, and they were like, well, there's no proof like that this airline has dissolved yet and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, literally, there's articles on Google, like BBC is already like picking this story up. Like, how are you gonna tell me? Like, I would just contact you guys for my money back for a flight that I already took or something, or like I'm lying? Come on. So babe, what? Do you remember what happened like after I told you about the thing? Then I had to call the bank, right?
Yeah, you called the bank first.
I called the bank.
And the guy was giving you the runaround, basically like, oh, there's nothing we can do because there's no official word that the airline is shut down yet, so we can put in a request, but it's not guaranteed. So
yeah.
Then after that, we started freaking out trying to figure out how we were gonna get a flight back. And then I was on the computer forever. You were freaking out. I was freaking
pretty
much like cried yourself to sleep, and I stayed up.
Oh my God, I cried myself to sleep?
Yeah, and I stayed up.
The drama.
Trying to get a flight back to make sure that we were okay. And after a few hours, I was finally able to get one because something was going on with the website. Remember, it wouldn't let me get the tickets because we ended up taking what was that company, like Level or something? Because it was the only one that had reasonably priced tickets because everybody was trying to get
everything
tickets.
surged because everyone was trying to get tickets, because I mean all the people that were on our flight home from Venice were probably like on that flight. So we actually got lucky though that we found out first, right? Because we found out through Google, because they didn't send anyone any notification. We found out through Google that they were shut down.
They literally shut down, and people were at the kiosk and at like their actual counters.
Yeah, people were in the airport waiting for someone to show up, and there was nobody there.
Anybody, like it was really bullshit.
Yeah, so we had to put in a request, and then I remember the guy, I think from Chase, he was like, "Oh, I think did they make me send the article?" Or he asked me like where to find it or something. I feel like I remember
he
that.
asked for the article because that one.
Because when they looked it up, they were like, there's nothing about it, and I was like, no, it's on Google, and I think I told him like where to find it.
That one was denied. I remember because they were like,
hold on,
the original request to get your money back.
The original request to get my money back was denied.
Yeah, because what did they say? I don't know. The whole thing was super weird. They said something about not having proof,
and our flight was what, the next day, right?
No, we still had to go back to Paris.
No, but our flight out of Venice.
Our flight out of Venice was the day after.
Yeah, the flight out of Venice was the day after. Then
that was already taken care of.
Yeah, that was a separate thing.
Yeah, so we found the flight. The original Chase call, I think too, maybe it was because it was international, because when we got back and we called again, it was, oh, okay, here's your money back.
Yeah, they gave me my money back as soon as we got home, but while we were overseas, it was a problem.
So we had to do 2 separate cases for it, but while we were overseas, they tried to give us the runaround. But that's probably because, you know, they didn't want to give anyone their money back, because we were honestly lucky. Because, I mean, that's a lot of money. And
ooh, that was a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for them to try to, the airline to run away with, basically. And then we also had to pay for upgrades on the flight because they weren't, it was just a whole, it was a mess.
Wait, we had to pay for upgrade?
We had to pay for the upgrade on the flight because of the seats, because they didn't explain stuff right.
I'm talking about on the way home. The way home is when we got sick. Yeah, that's a separate video, guys. We'll do a separate story time on that, because that was also a damn mess. But yeah, I needed input, because I have a bad memory and my husband and mother have better memories than I do. But yeah, we put in the request for the money, and I had to send him the article like over the phone, because like I said, he looked it up and there was no proof yet. But we were watching it like unfold in real time. There were people on Twitter like showing like that they were stuck in the airport. There was articles, BBC was writing about it, and like there was no information because the airport themselves like literally disappeared. They
didn't put out a release until like 2 days later. So
yeah,
they had already shut down operations.
Yup.
Prior to
that. They shut down.
It was really
didn't tell anyone. They didn't even tell their employees.
Yeah, they just completely shut down.
Like their employees were showing up to the airports for work, and there was no airport. Like they disappeared.
Yeah. When
disappeared.
We went to leave, actually, we saw their counter, and there was people just lined up.
Yup.
People sitting on the floor with their luggage. It was really sad to see.
Yeah, because they didn't find out early enough.
Yeah.
And we were like, damn, that could have been us.
That really could have been us.
And there were people that didn't have money to go home.
Yeah.
Like we got lucky because my mom was able to help us, because I hadn't gotten my money back yet. Because think about it, we already had just had our wedding. Yeah, we were dry because we spent a lot of money on the wedding. Our wedding was like $20,000-$30,000, don't even ask. And you know, the trip was thousands of dollars too.
And everything at that point too had been accounted for. So
yeah, we had budgeted.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we'll take $5,000 and this will be our spending money, and then you know, this will be emergency, and this is how much is calculated into American dollars, into euros, into this, and like we're really good when we travel. So this was like a big blow to our plan, and thank God my mom always comes in clutch. She was able to like loan us the money to get our flight back to Paris, so that then when we got home and we got the money back from the bank, then we could pay her back. So thank God that she was able to hook us up at the last minute, because had we not gotten that flight the same day, we would have been stuck in Venice. Honestly, we would have been stuck in Venice. There were people stuck in Venice. There were students that had to go back to school from like where they were, and they were like, I can't even go back. I can't go back home. I'm stuck in the airport. Like they were sleeping in the airport. Yeah, we would have been stuck in Paris, which is not like the worst thing, but you don't have a home. You know what I mean?
The airports are far in Paris. It's not like, you know, JFK and LaGuardia here in New York.
They're gonna be like, why is Antonio standing at the door like some ominous voice? Like, what in the Wizard of Oz?
Your makeup, there's no point for me to be.
What in the Wizard of Oz is going on?
Exactly.
That's scary.
But no, it was really, honestly too, I managed to find tickets. I don't know what happened in the moment when I found them, but I got like the cheapest tickets to come back. I don't know how I found it. I mean, I stayed up.
Antonio's really good at like searching for stuff and finding good deals and stuff like that.
Pretty decently priced tickets. So everything worked out in the end, thank God.
Yeah, we really got lucky. No, I was so scared. Like, I was so panicked.
I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it.
I was really like, oh, so we're stuck in Europe.
Stuck in
cool. That was really scary. Like I said, we got really lucky that my mom was able to help us out, because I don't know what we would have done. I really don't. Like I said, like I really feel like we got so lucky that I even saw that article on Google, because had I not seen that article, we would have been stuck, because our flight back home was a few days from when I saw that article, and they didn't put out a statement about closing down until a few days later. So theoretically, we wouldn't have known until we were trying to go home, literally, which is really insane and scary and unbelievable to think about. Yeah, twists and turns in that trip. Like I said, I gotta do a separate story time about our experience coming home from that trip. My God, we went through it. We went through it, guys. We made it on the other side. But yeah, it was insane. I said I'll leave links in the description. There was articles and people being stuck, talking about like, oh, I don't have money to go home, and I was just like, my God, that's so scary and so sad. And I mean, I think it's the one time I can safely say like Google literally like saved my life. Like, they're spying. Oh my God, this bronzer smells so good. The fact that they knew where I was and they were spying on me actually paid off. Thank you, Google, for being all up in my business. I remember being like super scared and paranoid, and I was just like, oh my God, like, what are we going to do? Like, I really thought we were stuck. And like I said, thank God for my mother, because I don't know what we would have done. I hope that everyone who was involved figured it out, and that they, you know, ended up finding a solution. I actually don't know like what the company did, like if they helped, if they, did people figure it out? Like, I don't. Love this look. Super, super full glam. Giving me smoky bombshell vibes. Haven't done a smoky, like black, smoky, glittery look in so long. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was different because my mom was in it, my husband was in it, and it was a little all over the place, but I thought it was a fun story to share for Storytime Sunday. I will leave links to articles about this down below. I don't feel like I have much else to say about it. You know, it is what it is. We almost got stranded. We still had a great time. Like I said, if you want to watch the vlog for the honeymoon, it's down below. And then my husband and I will also do like a separate story time about us getting sick on our way home, because that was so scary. We'll do a separate story time on that, the both of us together. As usual, all the links to all the products that I use will be down below. And I love you guys. Stay safe. You know, it's a rough time right now, but I'm here for you. I love you. Like I said, I've been trying to stay active on Instagram and just really provide you guys with content. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who DM me saying how much I'm helping you right now with all the content and everything. I'm also on TikTok doing some fun content there. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see from me. I love you. Stay glam, stay safe, and keep your masks on, social distance. Let's make sure that this doesn't get worse. It is up to us, you know? So I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.